Good morning. I think it's still morning. Um, I just got done with a coaching session and I just got off the phone with my daughter, Katerina. And I thought I would do a short video on dealing with stress in your life. My client has a job that she can't leave, and she has to figure out how to deal with all the other stresses in her life and whatnot. And she came to me today and was pretty overwhelmed and was just to that place of your nose being here, the water. Your nose is just barely above the water line. Um, and one thing we know is that people on the outside, people that are in our lives and whatnot, they cannot um, determine our lives and how we deal with our lives and what we do in our lives and how we deal with stress. They can't give us peace of mind and they can't take our peace of mind. Um, and there are several things. Katerina and I talked. She was listening to Joe Dispenza this morning, and he's talking about how most people live in a fight or flight state most of their lives, most of the time of a day. Way back when in the caveman days, you had fight or flight. You know, when you're out hunting, and most of the rest of your day was not dealing with stress, and we deal with a lot of stress today in our everyday lives. And my point with my client is that we have to build up her foundation pieces so that she is stronger and is able to deal with all the stresses, because you're not going to get rid of all the stresses, and you're not going to get rid of the stressful people, and you're not going to control the stressful people. You're not going to control the way they treat you. There's boundaries you can set, and there's all that kind of thing, but your core person, your core being, needs to have foundational pieces in place. And three of the things that can help with that, and I told Katerina this, that people don't understand how meditation, the mindfulness practice, those of you that are doing the 5 minutes a day, 40-day challenge in this group, and breathing, breath work, are your lifesavers. They are your lifesavers. They are the things that can build those foundational pieces so that it doesn't matter if your stress goes through the roof of a day. You come back to center, you come back to who you know yourself to be, you come to that place of well being, and your body deals with all of those stresses in a totally different way. So you end up being healthier. You don't end up having dis-ease. Um, because the body, if we don't learn to deal with the stresses in our lives, and we can't all become hermits and go live under a bridge and just not have any stress, although I think living under a bridge would be stressful. At least it would be for me. You can't shut yourself away in a box and say, oh, I don't have any stress. No, we have to deal with those stresses, and we have tools. We just have to practice them. So I wanted to talk about the mindfulness. That's 5 minutes a day. And every time I come back around to it, because I don't do it all the time, and every time I do a 40-day challenge, it's like, oh yeah, I need to. And so after this 40-day challenge, I'm actually going to do a 100-day shift chart tacked onto my 40-day shift chart and keep doing that as a practice. Um, and then meditation, and we'll get to meditation in this group. We've got a whole year. And by the end of this year, I would like many of you to have a whole bunch of different foundational pieces put in place in your life so that you're um, living more in a state of well being instead of chaos. And then the breath work, and we're going to get started on that. I'm going to post a video, and this guy talks about three different kinds of breathing: um, water breathing, whiskey breathing, and coffee breathing. And I find all three of them fascinating. I've done some breath work stuff. Audrey Cook is in this. Audrey Cook, I think that's her name, is in this group. And I'm hoping that she can give her 2 cents, 5 cents, 8 cents, $50 worth of opinion and expertise. She's trained in breath work. And there may be other people in this group. If you are, step up and say what you do, and talk to us about your opinions about breath work. Breath work, along with meditation and mindfulness, can be lifesavers. They are really lifesavers. I don't think people understand that they can really be the piece that keeps you sane, and keeps you well balanced. Um, so we're going to start going through uh, learning some breath work, and just today, as an exercise, just pay attention to your breathing. Bring awareness to your breathing. You don't have to breathe any certain way or whatever. Just start your awareness of how you are, how you do breathe. How are you as a breather? um, and when you're in stressful situations, figure out, are you shallow breathing, which is up in the chest, or are you down in your diaphragm? Usually you're just shallow breathing when you're under stress. So we're going to bring and work with that this month of February, so that you can take that with you throughout the year. We have a contest going on right now. All you have to do is post a selfie and tell me what you have been enjoying about the group. And if you're brand new to the group, like if you just joined a couple days ago, you can still enter the contest. Just post a selfie and say that you're new, and um, that you think that you'll like the Coach's Corner, or the daily quotes, or the mindfulness practice. If you're new, you can start your, I know we're on day, 19? You can start your mindfulness practice today. Um, and the gift card is going to be a $40 gift card to Barnes & Noble. And I'd like to do a contest once a month, to give away stuff. That kind of just came to me spur of the moment, so I posted that. And I will be doing that drawing. I'll do it on video. I don't know that it'll be live. Some of you know that my connection to the outside world sucks at my house, so I can't do live videos from my house. And I'm now in my office space. This is my workshop room at my office. And I can't do live videos very well from here either. So I'll be recording this and then going into town to have to download it to the group. So dealing with stress is an everyday occurrence for most of us, and we can't let it get the best of us. We have to develop these life tools that can help us deal with stress. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.